y'all, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Becky. We have a lot to do this weekend. So this weekend we have some projects that we want to accomplish. Tommy is going to be working on a spot in the floor in the bunk room, and I have got to catch up on laundry. And a few weeks ago, I shared in my stories, it might have been last week, honestly, it might have been like 2 weeks ago. Time is kind of blinking by at this point for me. Oh gosh, anyway, so I shared in my Instagram stories. If you're not following me on Instagram, please do. Anyway, I shared on my Instagram stories that I had found a shelf on the side of the road in front of an apartment complex for free, and it was exactly what I want for our master bathroom. So we snatched it up, and it's been hanging out in the shed ever since. So this weekend I would like to get it cleaned, cut to what I actually want it to look like, because I want it to fit over our toilet and then kind of have 2 shelves for toilets and whatnots, and then paint it, because it is actually painted. I didn't realize that when I first picked it up, but it's free, so I'm not complaining. It's wicker, but it's painted like a yellowish tan color, so I'm going to try to paint it to look as close to natural wicker as I can. So I want to get that done this weekend, and then I'm going to show you some other upcoming projects that we have for our house. Okay, so I am about to head to Dollar General to see if they have the paint that I need for my shelf. Okay, so that Dollar General clearly did not have what I need. So there is another one down the road that I'm going to check out. Hopefully they'll have it. Okay, y'all, so they had the hot glue sticks. Obviously, they didn't have the spray paint. Y'all think I'm crazy for thinking of painting my wicker shelf with craft paint. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it. Okay, so this is what we're working with today. Like I said, I got it free on the side of the road. So she is in pretty rough condition. I've got it in the shade, so I'm sorry if it's kind of hard to see. You can see she's got some loose pieces. The whole side, actually. It's pretty dirty and gross. But I figure if I can't get it exactly how I want it, it was free, right? So I don't know if you can tell, but it's actually been painted this light tan color. But it also looks like it could have been painted white in a former life. So my plan is to clean it up, then cut out the pieces that I don't want, glue it all back together, and then repaint it this tan color, because I want it to look as close to natural wicker as I can get it. So I just went and hosed the shelf off, and it's definitely white underneath. It's just, that's how dirty it was. I almost think that the person in the apartment complex must have been using it as like a potting shelf or a plant shelf, because I found a like little pot in the bottom and there is just dirt and soil all over it. So yeah, see how clean this came? I'm really happy with how nice and clean it is. I'm not gonna bother cleaning the bottom because all that's gonna get cut away, and then that shelf is gonna move up, and then this one's gonna be the top shelf. So I'm only gonna focus on cleaning the outer.
A bigger scale the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond hope. Dreamy, breezy we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond hope.
Whew, okay, I am sweating because we are outside and I have got the shelf to the point where I have to stop because it's wet, so I'm gonna have to wait for it to dry before we can cut it and paint it. But I wanted to show you a few more projects that we're gonna have coming up on the channel and for our house. This project is probably the one I am most excited about. This beautiful 1929 full apron drainboard sink is going in my kitchen. Y'all, I love anything with a vintage flair, with a vintage vibe, and this sink is just absolutely gorgeous. It's got the high back, it's got the coolest drain board, it's got a full apron. It needs some work and some love, but I'm so excited to get this in my kitchen. It may be hard to see under this mess, but Tommy is building me a farmhouse table. We got these legs from a thrift store for really cheap. We got this tabletop for free. It was actually a set that we found on Facebook for free. Tommy took it all apart, completely changed it, stripped it down, put it all back together in a completely different way, sanded it. It is so smooth and it is gorgeous, and I cannot wait to see it in our house. This sink is the last sneak peek that I'm going to give you today. It is a vintage from the 1950s metal sink with the metal cabinet still intact. We've already done some work to it. We've sanded some of the rust out of the sink. We've taken these metal doors off that I'm trying to get out to show you, and we took the crusty wallpaper out of it that was still the original, I'm guessing, from the 1950s, just looking at the print. You can see the rounded edges of the doors that are so mid-century. It does have a lot of rust and it needs some work, but I'm not intimidated at the least. I love the built-in shelves here, and we do have the original hardware and the original faucet that we will be using. I'm so excited. This is going in our master bathroom.
This is the mountain of laundry that I was referring to that I have got to get done.
Hold you in my arms, won't let go. The world around could pass us by. A thunderstorm, a lightning strike as we hold each other tight. You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you. Ooh, ooh, you, ooh, ooh, you, ooh, ooh.
While we're embarking on the last leg of our new journey, my parents will also be taking on a new adventure. They will be building a brand new house, and they're actually going to be staying in our camper while that's being done. So we've got a couple of projects that we're taking care of to get it ready for them.
You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say, you're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come
There it is.
Looks nice. It does look nice.
And in case you are wondering, there will be carpet over this that will blend in with the other part of the carpeted floor.
Good morning. It's the next day, so we're going to get working on this shelf again. As you can see, Tommy has already cut the bottom out. So I've got to trim these up and this, and then I've got to glue these back in place. I've got a hot glue gun to take care of that. It shouldn't be hard. Glue this back in place. This is what it's looking like right now. So we were the plan was to use the doors as a second shelf, or either the part that was right here, but when Tommy cut it, there was not enough support like this around it, and these poles, they're actually metal,
So we had no way of making another shelf, but I just want to put towels on this top one, so I think it's going to be fine with only one shelf. I actually think the bottom one would have been too low because I think the toilet's going to come up to here, and it would have gotten in the way. So we're going to get it in the house this weekend and just go from there.
Okay, so I have my hot glue gun plugged in, and I'm going to trim some of those little sticky outy bits. Okay, so this is what I'm working on now. I know it's hard to see from far away, but I've got to get a new tripod, so this is what we're working with. Simba! Bump in it. So there are pieces like this that have come apart, and I am using my hot glue gun to rewrap them and glue them down. Okay, so I'm not 1,000% happy with how this bottom side turned out, and actually looks way better on camera than it does in real life, but it was free. So I am not the pickiest person on the planet when it comes to my DIY projects. My motto for crafting and sewing is done is better than perfect. So I'm going to let the glue dry, and I've got to do some schoolwork with the kids, and then we will finish it up later this afternoon. Currently, my hair looks like a mess. Watching Gilmore Girls. Decided on leftovers for lunch because my job the next few days is to declutter this camper and decide what goes to Arkansas and what goes in the garbage. So I figured starting with food maybe that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, so I am also about to mix, where we are, my paint and stain, and I just wanted to let you know, y'all, that this is not a tutorial. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is just me showing you what I did and praying that it turns out okay. Also, I'm drinking this morning. It is the Clear American. Kind of brings back flashbacks of Clearly Canadian growing up in the 90s. Comment below if you're also a child of the 90s. Clear American Mandarin Orange. And it has 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 caffeine, sad face, and 0 sodium. So it is 0 points on Weight Watchers, and it tastes like orange soda. So there you go. Anyway, I'm gonna move this. I am mixing this paint, but it's kind of yellowish. It's actually very similar to the color that's on the shelf right now. I'm going to mix it with some of this stain, which I do not recommend buying from the Dollar General because it was $6 for this tiny little can. Go to Walmart, but I was desperate. So that's what I'm going to be mixing. Wish me luck. Okay, so the texture got a little weird. Yeah, texture got weird, but I'm going to try it anyway. And if anything, we'll just stain it. Okay. So I'm going to try a spot on the back. Ooh, where is it? Okay, I don't know if you can see how weird the texture is. It's almost like it's separating. There you go. Not sure how well this plan was thought through. All right, here we go. Can't see. Alright, I'm on the back side, y'all, so I apologize that it's dark. Let's try here. Okay. I don't hate it. Okay, okay. Okay. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Okay. Let me let that dry and see what happens. Alright, see how it's separating? But it actually goes on pretty well. Oh, sorry. You see how it's separating? But it actually goes on pretty well. The texture is really weird. So I'm gonna use this because I bought it. But I'm probably going to go ahead and get some spray paint while I'm out later today.
Agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for
Okay, so I'm not liking this at all. It's actually really gloopy. That's the official word for it. Gloopy on here, and I don't want it to look bad. So I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna throw this mess away, and I'm gonna go to Walmart and get some spray paint. Okay, so you can see the color is good. I don't know. Hold on. There you go. See how gloopy? I don't even know what other word to use for it. Gloopy is the word I'm going with. So I like the color. It's definitely a more natural looking color. But that just looks bad. So I'm gonna get spray paint. I think that'll be better for all the crevices and the gloopiness. This is me being real with y'all and showing y'all that sometimes projects don't always work out. So hopefully the spray paint will do a million times better. Okay, so I went to the hardware store and got this spray paint. Like I said, I was happy with the color that came out, just not the texture or how much paint and how much time it was going to take to do it that way. So I got this. So let's see how it works. Okay, so that is where I did the brush on, and you can see I would have definitely had to do 2 coats. So let's try this. Make sure it's lined up. I think I nailed the color, guys. Alright, I like it, but I've got to move this shelf from in front of the camper so I don't paint our camper tan. Okay, so I'm really happy with the color that it turned out. The only part I haven't touched yet is the top. Tommy's 6'3", so I'm gonna let him handle that part for me. But yeah, I'm gonna let this dry and then I'll do another coat, but I'm super happy with the color. Okay, the sun has shifted, so it is too bright for me to film over there by the shelf without being blinded. But I am, like I said, extremely happy with how it turned out. Even after it's dried, it looks really great. But you will have to wait for the final reveal when we do our bathroom makeover, and that will be a few videos from now. I'm sorry. So you can see it. Oops. I hope you enjoyed this vlog and maybe this style of video. Maybe I'll do some more vlogs. Maybe we'll add weekend vlogs in the mix every once in a while. It was just easier to do these projects this way, so I hope you liked it. If you did, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe and hit the notification bell button so that you're notified when I do post another video. So remember to spread kindness like peanut butter and that God made you special, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!